YouTube channel. I have been so excited about plant shopping again. I kind of took a little bit of a break from plant shopping, made sure all my plants at home were looking good, and now I just want to be shopping for plants constantly. Like, I just want to be surrounded by plants. Even if I'm not buying a ton, I just want to be there looking at them. I'm so excited about like checking out all my local plant shops, Instagram pages recently. I'm just generally so excited about plants, and so I wasn't planning on filming a video right now, but I was just in the mood to go to a plant shop. So that's what we're doing. We're at Renovation Jungle, which is one of my top favorite plant shops. And I think I'm gonna film like a bunch of plant shopping over the span of like a few days and like put it all in one video. So this is just our first stop, and we're gonna go to a few more places throughout the course of this video, and I'll show you the haul of everything that I got at the end. And I know I'm definitely buying some plants because I'm in such a mood to be buying plants. So make sure you stick around to the end, and let's go inside Renovation Jungle. So the first plant that I saw was this philodendron paraiso verde for $63. These are such pretty plants. I liked that this one had multiple in the pot. They're just so minty and kind of like a Jose Buono, but more minty, and I really like that. The silver band maranta has been on my wish list for such a long time. If you have watched my channel for a long time, I haven't made a wish list video in a minute, but it's on one of my wish list videos. They are just so pretty, but I've been struggling with marantas lately, so I don't know. They had two different types of lipstick plants as well in pretty big pots, which was really fun to see. Here's another silver band maranta. That's how excited I am. Look at my little hand. Like, my hand went crazy. This was a calathea leopardina for $18. I feel like this is such a good deal if you want to get into calathea. I didn't even notice it was flowering until just now. They were like little yellow flowers. You can kind of see them. Oh my gosh, that's really fun. Prayer plants are so hard. They're just so hard. This is a lemon lime maranta for $28. I used to have one and I killed it. I think it's because I had it up high and I just wasn't watering it enough. Story of my life. Okay, this pot was actually one of the big reasons that I came to Renovation Jungle this day, because they posted this pot on Instagram, and I was looking for something that I could fit my albo syngonium in, and I think it was just a little bit too big. Like, it was the right depth, but it was just too wide, and I almost bought it anyway just to have it for some other plant, but I didn't really know what I would be using it for, and so I passed for now. But it was such a cool pot. And then there were a few begonias over here. This one is a begonia nebula zeta for $33. Very interesting and hairy. This was an alocasia dragon scale for $50. This is also on my wish list, but I have to figure out alocasia first. I think they're a really difficult genus. I think alocasia is technically a genus. They're really they are a difficult plant. They're really difficult. Pitcher plants, little mini ones for $14. I definitely have my eye on pitcher plants, but I want to get one that's a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to take care of. Then there was this Hoya australis for just $13. I liked that pink leaf. It almost looked like a flower in a way. And then there were a bunch of little tiny prayer plants. Over here was the big anthurium section. There were multiple anthurium hybrids. This one was $33, and I don't know what the crosses were exactly. This one was also a different, maybe, anthurium hybrid. The leaves were definitely a lot bigger. This was a xanthosoma. I can't speak today. Xanthosoma albo variegata for $60. I feel like I've heard these called the Mickey Mouse plant, because they kind of look like they have Mickey Mouse ears. There's this really pretty polka dotted begonia maculata, and then over here a very large hanging epipremnum pinnatum albo for $120. I'm growing mine out kind of slowly, but we're gonna get there someday. Over here were more begonias. This one is a begonia hatacoa silver for $19. This one didn't even really look like a begonia to me. It kind of seemed like it could be some other kind of plant, which is interesting. Over here is a Hoya wayetii for $25, and then a bunch of tiny little string of turtles for $13. I found string of turtles a little bit difficult just to keep like the plump turtles. They would get kind of stringy for me. I'm not sure what kind of peperomia this was, but I thought it was really cute. I think I should expand my peperomia collection. I can't even think if I have one right now, actually. It's kind of crazy. Then there was a Hoya Crimson Princess for $25. I feel like that was a really good deal for that size. I don't really see those very often. And then some Hoya curtisii for $25. Also, I feel like that was a good deal. This was just a regular Hoya compacta for $29. And this plant is absolutely crazy. It's a bat flower plant for $29. I have never seen them. They're super interesting, very fuzzy. I wasn't sure how well they'd grow inside, but definitely fun to see. And I love goldfish plants. Super, super underrated plant, in my opinion. And then they had little itty bitty variegated string of hearts for $14. I also really want a variegated string of hearts plant, but I want a big one. They had multiple African violets, and I really liked how they had kind of like the splashy, almost variegation on the leaves, and they were really cheap. They were $9 a piece, and African violets are just a fun plant. My grandma has so many. There was this monstera adansonii for $14 if you really wanted a little one, and I just love this little pot setup. It was very cute. Over here was a philodendron gloriosum for $33. These have gone down in price so much, and it's so shocking to me every time I see one. Then there was a philodendron variegate for $37. These have also gone down in price quite a bit, and it's also pretty shocking to me. And here was a philodendron painted lady for $39. That is also just such a beautiful, easy philodendron. A philodendron fuzzy petiole for $20. Those look really cool once they get larger. I'd like to pick one up at some point. And a philodendron white knight for $83. Not super variegated on the top. And a philodendron ring of fire for $75. Those have really grown on me. I used to not like them, but now I think they're pretty cool. There were some smaller silver band marantas over here for $29, and I definitely like the prices on these a lot better, but marantas are already so difficult to take care of. If you get a little one and you lose a few leaves, your plant's going to look really sparse, but if you get a big one and you lose a few leaves, it looks a lot better. So I passed on the little ones. I'll give you a little sneak peek, let you know. Philodendron gloriosum, and then a philodendron silver sword for $27. I want a silver sword, but I want one with like really, really big leaves. This Hoya carrii was $75, and it was really big, and it made me realize I don't really see non-variegated Hoya carrii around at this size very often. So it's an interesting find, but definitely expensive. Then there were some philodendron brandtianums for $24. If you can grow these well, let me know what your secret is. Mine looks terrible. And the last plant was this epipremnum amplissumum for $30, which these are so pretty. I need to pick one of these up at some point. But that is all from me at Renovation Jungle. I will see you in my car. Hello, it's another day and I'm at Goode Greenhouses, mainly because I need pots. I've been really into putting my plants on poles lately, and you need specific pots for that are like actually fit the pole, and Goode Greenhouses has a really good selection of terracotta. I've also been really into terracotta lately, mainly because it's cheap. So we're gonna go in and check out, get some pots, but look at their plants. But it is like 100 degrees today and I'm going into a greenhouse, so I don't think I'll be here too long, but I'll definitely show you some plants. And just for fun, I have a little latte that I'm drinking, and I had a coupon, so it was free, so that's a win. I will see you guys inside. So this is not what I came here for, but they have some herbs still, even though it's September, and I've been working on growing herbs indoors, so I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of these that hopefully I can keep alive throughout the winter inside. Right away, I'm seeing some fun plants. Here is a painted lady philodendron for $75, and then over here's a Rhaphidophora decursiva for $33. That's pretty big. Already has some splits. And then I think this is some kind of anthurium. Oh, it's a bird's nest anthurium, and it's only 20, which is pretty cool. I think these get really big, actually. They have such pretty orchids here. Looks like most of the big ones are around $40, and then these little ones are around $27. They have anthurium fingers for $43, and these have actually been on my wish list. I think the shape of them are so fun, and they just seem like they would probably do well. Like they seem just like they could be an easy anthurium. I'm like hoping at one point they go down to like $30. Something about that like extra 13, I'm just like, a little cheaper and I'll do it. If you know me, you know I'm always looking for sport variegated monstera, but didn't find any this time. They have a bunch of cool alocasia, but they just say assorted, but they're all $11. So if you know things about alocasia, like this one, I'm assuming $11 is a steal for that one, but I don't know what it is. So like a Maharani, I don't know. I'm not gonna attempt to try, but I'm just assuming that looks like an alocasia that would cost more than $11 at most places. This one has a fun shape for sure. It's really loud over here, but it looks like these are philodendron campii linettes. Not something I've ever heard of, but they have a neat leaf texture, and it's $58. They have staghorn ferns that are already mounted, which is really cool, and this one's $41. Ooh, they have Homolomina selbies for $33. I got one of these recently, and it's going in a self-watering pot. I cannot believe how much water they need and how dramatic they are, but they're such pretty plants. They look like somebody painted them with a watercolor brush. This is a philodendron moonlight, and what I really like about these specimens over here, the leaves are just really big, which is really fun to just already start out with a very big leafed plant. There's more alocasia over here. These are $30 a piece, and they look a little worse for wear. This is probably the best specimen right here with a new leaf, and these are called Alocasia quilted dreams, which is an interesting name. Ooh, and this is the time to shop for pots because it looks like all ceramic pottery is 20% off, and I actually prefer ceramic pottery. I think it doesn't dry out as quickly and it just works better with my lifestyle, but I like the prices of terracotta. So we'll just have to look around and see what I end up getting. Hi, it's winter now, so I filmed all of the clips that you just saw a few months ago. As you can tell, I was like, it's so hot. It was probably more than a few months ago at this point. But anyway, life kind of got in the way. I was finishing up my last semester of grad school, planning my wedding, working full-time, like all of the things. And so I haven't had a chance to really sit down to show you the actual haul of all the plants. I owe you a haul until right now, and it's the end of January. So better late than never. And I have good news that this is the last video where I'm kind of playing catch up, and fingers crossed, hopefully all of the videos that I put out from now on, at least for a good chunk of time, you're going to be seeing the videos pretty quickly after they come out. And I'm going to show you all of the plants, but at the very end, I'll give you a little update on what you can expect from my channel from now on and kind of tell you a little bit of a life update. So if you care, stick around for that. If you don't, I'll show you the plants right now. Also, I have a real camera now, and I'm still kind of working through the kinks of everything, so please bear with me. I feel like I look really different. This is so interesting. But actually, the first and only plant that I got while on my little plant shopping adventure was this African violet. And this is where the fun of like, is this focused? I don't know. New camera things. I think it looks really good. Let me know what you think. If you think that the quality here has increased. I think it has. But anyway, this African violet was from Renovation Jungle. This was the only thing that I got from Renovation Jungle. And I just think it's so cute. It wasn't a 2-inch pot, and now this is probably a 4-inch size pot. And I just think it's growing really well. It has not flowered for me, but it's been winter, so how much can we expect? And I put it in this cute little pot. Look at how adorable this is. This is from Knoyer's Garden Center, which is another local plant shop in my area, and it just looks adorable. I am absolutely in love with this. Definitely makes me interested in getting more African violets, and the splashiness on this one is just to die for. So the next little update that I wanted to give you was about the herbs that I bought at Goode Greenhouses, and they're all dead. Just to tell you, I really found them hard to keep alive inside. I feel like I was having to water them like pretty much every single day. So if you have any tips for keeping herbs alive inside, let me know, because they were really difficult, and I still have grow lights installed in my kitchen, so it wouldn't be hard to try something else with them. The grow lights are there, but yeah, it was a little bit of a fail. This is really difficult to show, but I'm doing my best. I got this pot at Goode Greenhouses. In the video earlier in the clips, I talked about how, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I talked about how I was looking for a big pot for my albo syngonium, and this is it. And she is quite large. It's a great pot and no complaints. Also, while I was at Goode Greenhouses, I got a bunch of trays because I have a lot of terracotta trays. And the problem with those is that they're porous, and so if water gets on them, they're just kind of pointless. Like, the water gets on the terracotta tray, which then leaks onto whatever surface that your pot is sitting on. So it's really important to have plastic, ceramic, a non-porous material for a tray under your pots, and all of the trays were on sale. So I got this big black one that I put underneath my monstera deliciosa. I have this kind of like reddish colored one that sits underneath my philodendron painted lady, and then this blue one that sits underneath my philodendron subhestatum. I think that's what that plant is. And yeah, they've been super great. They were super great to find on sale and everything. Also, no complaints with those. I also think I got some terracotta pots while I was at Goode Greenhouses. I honestly can't remember exactly, but I thought I'd show you one of my plants in terracotta anyway, as I play around with my new camera. This seems to be focusing really well. This is so fun, guys. But this is my philodendron pink princess. She's got some crispy leaves. She wasn't looking perfect when I bought her. She's from Renovation Jungle. Purchased sometime after I filmed this video, but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to show you. And I might have purchased that terracotta pot during that Goode Greenhouses trip. I can't remember. I think I got some terracotta pots. I do need to trim off the brown spots on her though, and she has had spider mites, but I think just the pink variegation is gorgeous on that particular specimen. I was just waiting for the perfect one. I just realized my lamp was in all of those shots. Not necessary. The last item that I purchased while I was at Goode Greenhouses was this pot that is just a white pot. It's not that interesting, but I have my philodendron Thai constellation in here, and it is looking so pretty. I think I need to water it based on just picking this up, but look at this leaf. We love her. She's doing so well. I am really excited to finally have my own monstera Thai constellation. I haven't shown you guys my plants in so long. This is so exciting. And I wanted to show you two more plants because these were ones that I looked at in all of the clips that you just saw, and I didn't purchase them in those plant shopping trips. I purchased them later. And one of them you can probably see peeking out from the side. It's this absolutely gorgeous maranta silver band. Oh my goodness. It's flowering constantly and it's doing so well. I could not be happier with this plant, which is really exciting. It's my only maranta currently. I know I mentioned earlier that I have killed them in the past, and these are supposed to be a bit more difficult than the like green and red marantas, the lemon lime and the red marantas that are a bit more common. But I went to Renovation Jungle a few months after I filmed this video, and they had this plant and it was on sale. So how could I say no? It was on sale, and it was a fairly big size. It was about the size when I bought it, maybe a little smaller, and it's been fantastic. If you have been on the fence on getting a silver band maranta, it is so worth it. I mean, even if I kill this eventually, I've really enjoyed it for the last couple months, and it's been really easy. I just really try to keep up with watering it. And the last plant that I want to show you is this anthurium fingers. This was, again, another plant that I was looking at Renovation Jungle, didn't purchase, but I went back around October. They had a bunch of them, and I was like, this is the time. And actually, I think that these were at Goode Greenhouses. Later, Renovation Jungle had these for a really good price, and yeah, it's kind of leaning. So we're working on training her. Like, I'm putting her this way with the sun here, so hopefully it'll grow this way. And I think I need to water this too. I've been watering a ton of my plants today. Like, everything around me has been watered, but everything on the other side of the room, which is where this came from, hasn't. And yeah, it's been really easy. It hasn't grown too much. And you might recognize this pot from my last video that came out. It's just a great plant to have in this vintage pot. If you haven't checked out that video, it was really fun. It was a Midwest tropical show. really enjoyed doing some plant shopping there, and I got this really cool pot. So those are all the plants that I bought on this particular shopping trip. And now I just want to talk to you about the future of my channel and what's been going on. So I graduated with my master's in analytics in December, which was a huge reason why videos have just been really slow, especially the last year. And I'm getting married in just a few months. So my time is still a little bit, I don't have a lot of free time to be able to make YouTube videos still, but I have more time than I did last year. So just so you know, I am planning on putting out one video for the next few months. I'll put out one video in February. That's what you're watching now. One video in March, one video in April, and then probably one video in May. Maybe more, but that's what I'm committing to. So definitely one video a month for the next 4 months. And then after that, I'm hoping to put out one video a week, just like I did the first year that I started my channel. I'm so excited for that. And I have so many different plans of all the different videos that I want to put out. So thank you all for being so patient this last year while I just figure out my life and do these big things like graduate from grad school and get married. Obviously, those have been my top priority, along with I'm still working full time as a data scientist, so life just happens. But I wanted to share some of the videos that I'm hoping to make. I definitely want to do an updated plant tour. I haven't done one in a couple years at this point almost, so I'm really excited to do a full plant tour. I'm pretty sure I have over 100 plants now, so I think that'll be really long and really great. And I also am planning on sprinkling in some kind of other content other than plant content. So I've been reading so much lately and taking really detailed notes on everything that I'm reading because I'm hoping to put out, well, for fun, but also I really want to make a, these are all of the books that I read in 2024 video in December or January of 2024, 2025. So if you like reading, keep an eye out for that. And I kind of want to start doing some challenges. I'm trying to think of if I want those to be kind of plant related or I don't know, reading related. I also really love crafting and cozy hobbies, so I'll probably sprinkle in some of those kinds of videos. Of course, I know you guys love plant shopping content. Plenty of that will be coming. And I really love making plant care and repotting videos as well. So if those are something that you're interested in, let me know. And I might show a couple vlogs, throughout these next months as well, just showing you what my life looks like. And a lot of my life is watering plants, so plants will be involved in those videos for sure. But I would really love to know what you all would like to see, especially in the next 4 months. Do any of these videos sound super interesting? So should I try to hurry up and make them so I can get them out soon? Do you have any other ideas? Or is there anything you guys don't like? Let me know. I would really love to hear what your thoughts are. And it just looks like one of my, you can see my phone now in my videos because I'm not filming with my phone, but one of my new microphones was just delivered, so I could have waited to film this and use my new microphone, but instead you get the podcast mic, is what I like to call this. So anyway, thank you all so much for sticking around. I really can't wait for the rest of 2024. It's going to be so amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!